Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the third recording. I just wanted to make certain you all are where we need to be. You can see over here on the side, I'm always going to try to have my calculator here, and if we need it at any time, we can always just click on it and bring it right up and use it. You all should be getting a TI-83 calculator and to use in the course. Feel free to use it during the course, during your quizzes, during your uh, the things that you're going to be doing, the different homework problems and so forth. I want you to get used to using that calculator. You should know how to use that calculator. Okay, where should you all be? Well, I've made recordings for lessons 1, for 2 and 3, and for lessons 4 and 5. So you should have been able to get all the way through Unit 1, Lesson 5. And I'm going to be doing lessons 6 and 7 at this point. 6 and 7 deal with angles. So that's what we're going to be doing today is some angle work. Okay? Don't forget, if you don't do good on a quiz, go out there, make quiz corrections. Click on the quiz in the grade book. It should open it up and it should give you the ability to see the correct answer. Make the corrections. Don't just give me the letter A and say, oh, it should have been A. Tell me why it should be A. Give me a reason. Detail it out. Make certain I know. I also want you to recognize every 28 days after a lesson has been done, the lesson will close up and you won't be able to get back into it. So do not procrastinate at taking these quizzes and doing these things that are going to get you your grade. You procrastinate, you will not get them done. So 28 days from now it will close and it will not reopen. Okay? That is the school policy now. So going forward from here, we're going to look at angles. And to look at angles, I need to identify certain parts of the angles. Now you can tell an angle is made up of some of different things. First of all, there's a point right here. This point is called the vertex. Vertex. V-E-R-T-E-X. T-E-X. Vertex. Okay? It is the point where the rays come in together here. Now to name an angle, you can use a single letter right here, A. But because it would be confusing, we don't know which angles we're talking about, we always have to make certain that we're using other letters that out here on these rays to name an angle. Now, for one thing, I would always start with an angle sign in front of it like that. And then I'm going to put the letter A in the middle. Why is the letter A going in the middle? Because the rays are coming in and going out to form the angle. So the letter A is always in the middle. The vertex is always in the middle. You can tell when we're talking about an angle, the vertex letter, because it'll be the one in the middle. So if I said I wanted to look at angle BAC, well, that means I'm starting at the letter B, and I'm going to go down to the vertex, letter A, and out the ray that has C on it. So I'm talking about this angle right over here. So using that nomenclature, that naming method, we can always tell where the vertex is, and we can tell what other two rays are going to be on it. It's going to have ray BA, and it's going to have ray AC. Okay? So it looks kind of like a fuzzy little animal there, doesn't it? Okay, we'll go forward. Now, one of the things we do with angles is that we can classify angles. How can we classify angles? Well, we can classify angles based upon their measurement. You can see right here, this little angle right here, it's small. Actually, small is not a very precise term. I'm going to use the fact that this angle is less than 90 degrees. If it's less than 90 degrees, it is an acute angle. Okay, acute angle. If it's more than 90 degrees, see how this angle over here is greater than 90 degrees? And the way you do that is greater than 90 degrees. Then it is called an obtuse angle. Okay. Now, there are two other types of angles. This one over here, you see how it's got this little square in the corner down here? That square is telling you that that one is exactly equal to 90 degrees. And when it exactly equals 90 degrees, we call it a right angle. It's not opposed to a left angle. This is a right angle, meaning that it is a 90-degree angle. But this one over here, my angle is great big. It's actually 180 degrees. Okay? This is called a straight angle. A straight angle. I left an R out of there somewhere. S-T-R-A-I-G-H-T. Okay? So those are the four types of angles we've got: acute, obtuse, straight, and a right angle. Okay? So, looking at these, well, which one is the acute angle? The acute angle is the one that's less than 90 degrees. That'd be this one right here. Which one is the right angle? The right angle is the one with the 90-degree mark in it right there. Which one's the obtuse angle? What's the one that's bigger than a right angle but less than a straight angle? That'd be this one over here. And which one's the straight angle? That'd be the one that looks like a line over here. Real easy to do. You should be able to classify angles real easily. Now, here's what the problems look like. They're more difficult, aren't they? If I asked you to identify angle D, A, E, I would expect that you would be able to follow the lines. You start at D, you go to A is going to be the vertex, and you'll go down to E, D, A, E. That simply. Okay? If I was asking you to find angle G, E, B, I would expect that you would be able to take your little pens and start at G, go down to E, and up to B. Okay. See how we're identifying those angles? Now, looking at both those two angles, what would you say those two angles are? Classifying them. Well, I would say they're both acute angles. Why? Because they are less than 90 degrees. I don't see any 90-degree markers in there. Thank you. I don't see any 90-degree markers in there, and they're relatively small, so I'd say they're both acute type angles. So if I was looking for an obtuse angle in this one might be angle BCF. Where's BCF? BCF is located, my little pen to work here, starting at B, over to C, down to F. Okay? How do I know that that one is an obtuse angle? Well, I can tell by looking at it that it's more than 90 degrees, right? So that would be an obtuse angle. Cool? Let's see here. I think, yeah, that's all I've got on here. I'm going to stop the recording just for a second. I wanted to stop the recording for just a second while I loaded one little slide in here. I forgot to get in here. This is called a protractor. A protractor is a tool for measuring angles because it's got all the angles marked on it. You'll notice on the inside you got 0 to 90 and 90 to 180. Those for angles that start over here on the right and go this direction. Okay, so if you wanted to do angle DEB, you go from D to E to B, that would be, because I'm lining D up on the 0 here and B is up here on the 110, that'd be a 110-degree angle. Okay? I want to say a word about protractors. You're going to use a protractor or know what a protractor is in this particular lesson, but you will not use a protractor in this course. We are not protractor in this course. We will typically be trying to find the angle measurements by using algebra or by using other information that we are given. So we are not going to be using a protractor in this class. I do not expect you to be able to whip out that protractor, measure an angle, and tell me, oh, it's a 45-degree angle. I do not want to hear that because you measured it, because that will not be a right answer in any test or quiz that I give you. Okay? So don't expect to be using that protractor. Now, moving forward here to this one. This is trying to remind you that when you're communicating with me, make certain you tell me what course name you're in, that you're in geometry, and you tell me what section number that you're in, because I have 7 sections and I have at least 2 courses. So I will not be able to find you quickly if you try to ask me a question about your grade. I need you to make certain you're telling me course and section number so that we can make certain we are getting communication going quickly. Okay? This will just help you and me both. So that's the lesson for uh, 5 and 6. Thank you very much, and I will talk to you later.